The party arrives at the city morgue to investigate the recent blood-drained victims, but is initially denied entry. Leo forges a document granting them access, allowing a nervous morgue doctor to guide them through the records. The group confirms that Aya was murdered after having all of her blood drained, alongside 2 other recent victims. They also discover older cases dating back a year where blood had been drained only after death, with the number of incidences increasing over time. Before the party is forced to leave thanks to Tomoji's enthusiastic help, they discover a note stuck to his back. A personal note written by the doctor reveals that the 3 most recent victims all shared blood type A. The party compares this discovery with their book on sanguine magic, learning that matching blood types are important for blood transfusions. Leo separates from the group to inform Professor Rexana of Aya's death. She is genuinely shocked, explaining that Aya had formally withdrawn from her classes, meaning the school likely has no idea she is dead. When Leo asks if anyone at the academy seems suspicious, Rexana admits that one professor's goodness has been steadily fading over the past 6 months. Though unwilling to reveal the name immediately, she compromises to accompany Leo to speak with them after the following day. That plan never comes to pass. At dawn, the city guard arrests the party on accusations surrounding Victor, while Cloud and Mogura escape capture. Stripped of their equipment and confined in anti-magic cells, each member is interrogated separately. Leo refuses to answer questions without a lawyer. Suki openly criticizes the investigators for devoting more effort to Victor's complaints than Maya's murder. Tomoji cheerfully confesses to leaving the note in Victor's room, insisting he only wanted to give him rocks. Hitori admits to breaking into Victor's room, but maintains the group is simply trying to solve Maya's murder, even identifying Victor's journal among the confiscated evidence. Much of his questioning centers on Leo, and Hitori states that he is friends and a good person. Soma similarly defends Leo after being asked if Leo would be capable of harming young girls, and recounts Victor openly mocking Maya's death and accusing the investigators of favoring his wealthy family. As the hours drag on, Leo disappears after being taken from his cell a second time. Meanwhile, Cloud locates Professor Rexana leading to the party's release. They met outside by Rexana and an unfamiliar man accompanied by a white owl. The stranger introduces himself as Willow, Leo's brother. Learning that Leo is supposedly released into Professor Marcus's custody, Rexana immediately fears the worst, revealing she has harbored suspicions about Marcus for some time. With Cloud dispatched to summon Corin, using one of Tomoji's red rocks, the party races toward Marcus's manor, hoping they are not already too late. And with that, the party needs to have more fearful music, not so cheerful music. You come across this large house in a nice area of town. I mean, he's by no means in some crazy mansion, but it is a nice sized house. He is a tenured professor after all, so he doesn't live in squalor by any means. But as you come across it, there are some lit rooms at night, but not the whole house. And I think at this point, I just noticed in Roll20, Kenyon, you changed your name to Kidnapped Leo. I love that. Thank you.
Very different from normal Leo.
Yes. As you come across the house, about this time, Corin and Cloud show up. Corin being led by Cloud, and he kind of... Your wolf can run fairly quickly. Just trying to catch his breath.
I think that Suki will lean down and just kind of pet her a little bit and just say, thank you so much for coming to help us.
Of course, I thought, well, I told Professor Marcus and he said he would handle it, so I thought everything was going to be alright, but it sounds like it isn't. Where is Leo? Why are we here?
Leo's in danger.
Soma would kind of cross his arms and look at Corin, saying, apparently Professor Marcus came to bail out Leo. Didn't say anything about the rest of us, but we have no idea which way or the other. No idea where they went, no idea why, no idea why we didn't even know he was coming.
Well, that is concerning, then. Then he kind of blinks, staring at Roxana, who in this low light would have her glowing eyes, and she's just... I'm here to help the kid, okay? We're taking too long, Willow says, and suddenly he plants his staff again in the ground, and he starts shrinking and growing fur as he transforms himself into a tiny little white mouse and squishes his way under the door.
What happens to the owl?
Its perches on the staff still.
Perfect. Tomoji will place his cat paw around the staff and get uncomfortably close to the owl.
The owl does that head twist down, looking at you, and whoo, which Suki would understand. It's not necessarily like a word per se, but it's more like a warning who.
I think Tomoji's eyes like triple in size, and he's just the happiest cat in the world right now.
After the moment, the door you hear unlocks and it opens as Willow has become a man on the other side of the door. He eyes Tomoji holding his staff. Although you haven't been able to move it, it is very roots in.
Just this is where we stand to be close to the bird.
He reaches out and takes it from you and seems to just kind of head gesture, and the owl flies up and perches in a tree outside the house.
I think Tori would say, wow, is everyone in your family shapeshifters?
It's complicated. I can turn into animals, but Leo has a gift for humans as well.
And rocks. He has the second best rock collection at our whole school. We should probably save him. Otherwise, I'd have to get all of his rocks.
Willow tilts his head at you, just like, well, I'm glad he's making friends, and starts heading inside the house.
Tomoji leans over to Hattori and says, I don't have room for any more rocks.
I think as we head inside, I think Suki will hang back with Corin, and she'll just kind of lean in and kind of just in a low voice catch him up on everything that's happened so far, so he understands why we're breaking into Marcus's mansion.
Yeah, he definitely appreciates the explanation, and we will pause there real quick as Leo. I know you wanted to spend a Fabula point for something in particular, so spend that point, please, and when you eventually come to, you are strapped onto this medical bed in a sterile-looking sort of medical lab-type room. There's no windows or anything like that. You did have a moment where you kind of remember vaguely waking up and being like floated through this house, which is when you would have seen the picture, and before you fell unconscious again, and now your next awareness is here on the bed. So you have a moment to transform yourself to look like a young girl of about 14-ish. The only thing is your eyes would still be purple, and you obviously are pretty strapped to this bed. Like, it's hard, like, very difficult for you to even move much as Marcus seems to step into this room. He pauses when he sees your shape that you have taken.
Is my mouth covered at all, or am I able to speak?
You can speak.
So I'm just probably like fake crying and just like, Dad, why did you do this to me? What's happening, Daddy? Like, just freaking out, like full on meltdown status at this point.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. He closes the door and he's just, that is very cruel, Leo. As he kidnapped you, I know, but... And he seems to grab some equipment and such that he had prepared on a desk, like a tray of medical things, and brings it over. He's just, I'm doing all of this for her. I wish we could have done this in a different way. I really, really do. But time is running out, and... well, if you've ever loved anyone, then I'm sure you would understand.
Dad, what's happening? Who's Leo? What's going on? Why is this happening? What are you doing to me?
Leo, that's enough.
Oh, it keeps going. It doesn't stop.
He just sighs. And, let's see what he'll do to you if you keep doing this. Does he want to waste an Ultima point to put you out again?
I mean, I'm trying to emotionally damage him, so...
I know. I think, at some point he's just, if you insist on continuing this, I will make you fall unconscious again. The choice is yours.
Why are you doing this? Why, Dad, why?
Very well. You're going to roll... and he's going to spend that Ultima point. Everyone gets an EXP.
Yay.
What's your magic defense?
9.
Okay, just barely. He manages to to hit your defense as you find yourself kind of, your blood pressure suddenly starting to drop, and you find yourself getting weak as he seems to be, on the same token, like tying something off on your arm to get your veins out, and doing that sort of thing to get access to your blood, you imagine. And with that, we'll head back over to the other group. You are entered into this sort of opening hall of this house. You see a door on your right, a little further, another on your left, and some stairs a little further past that on your right.
Hello? Leo, are you here?
Soma would jab him with an elbow.
Ow!
Be quiet.
Jesus.
I thought we're trying to find Leo.
Well, we don't want everyone to know we're
Quietly.
fucking here, Tomoji, Roxana says as she steps through.
I just think it would be easier to find him. He kind of like pouts and crosses his arms. Fine then.
Shall we start looking upstairs or downstairs?
Well, I feel like in all the stories I was told as a kid, most of the villains have like some kind of lair in their basement. It's never upstairs, but
I see, yes, just like in the storybooks. He must be trying to conquer the world or something.
nothing good.
Well, it's usually true. I mean, not the conquering the world part, Roxana says, but it's usually the more private area where people can't see in as easily. So, yeah, probably in a basement if there is one, but he shrugs. It doesn't necessarily hurt to look around a bit. There were some lit rooms. See what the hell's going on there. Whatever we do, we need to hurry, Willow says. He starts moving into the house more. I assume others follow.
Yeah.
I think Hattori is just looking for the basement entrance, staircase,
Sure.
whatever it may be.
Make me a double insight to try to find that quicker, because the stairs you see most predominantly go up, so you'll have to find a different set of stairs somewhere else. Basement.
15.
I guess I should have rolled 20 up so I can see what you roll. There we go. Alright, yeah.
That's a good roll.
That is a very good roll. With a 15, you don't take very long. Eventually, you kind of see as you go down this hall, there's another hall that appears to your left, and down there you notice there's a couple of other doors, and it just so happens that when you kind of open one of those doors, you see that there's this kind of like a pantry sort of storage type room, and in a corner there's some stairs that lead down to dark depths below. But from the stairway that goes up back in the hallway, you guys kind of hear footsteps and see some candlelight flickering closer.
I think Hattori would beckon everyone over, and then he'll say, "So, who's going first?" And then he'll look at Rexana.
Soma would just kind of gesture down to Mogura, and he would just try and say, "Why don't we have something smaller, try to scout out ahead?"
It could be Leo. We should just go say hi.
How about you save your excitement for when we see him, Tomoji? That way you can really let it all out.
Oh. Okay.
And you would just hear Soma start to emit a little, just trying to push Mogura forward to kind of see what it can find ahead.
Alright, so down the stairs or back where the candlelight is moving are you scouting?
I believe the candlelit area was the most suspicious.
Okay.
So I think we would like to check the most suspicious.
And are you having Mogura just go check it out, or are you having Mogura stealth over there?
He's gonna stealth over there as unclinkety-clankety as possible.
Make me a dex and insight from Mogura, please. All right.
14.
That's not bad at all. So Magora seems to roly-poly his way through the different shadows. Very stealthy, it seems. He knows to get on the carpet instead of the wood, and he doesn't clack so loudly, and he kind of can hide around a corner as the candlelight's coming towards you, towards the hall anyway, and from the stairs that led up, you see a young girl. Well, he sees a young girl kind of looking around. She seems to be in like a night robe and pale skin, kind of wispy hair. And she's leaning against the wall, like just nervously looking around. Like she might have heard some shouting and wanted to see what the fuck was happening down here.
All right. I think in...
Or
go ahead.
relay that to us. Right? He doesn't talk, does he?
So it doesn't talk. He more kind of makes different little series of vibrations and kind of wheezes based off of some of his steam. So I don't imagine that realistically he would be able to communicate a lot of like detailed info, but it would be more along the lines of like
you could probably identify a friend or foe.
Yeah, like strangers ahead, don't know who, probably not who we're looking for.
I also like the idea that only Soma understands Magora.
Yeah, think of like Ashen Pikachu. He doesn't actually speak Pokemon, but he does understand Pikachu's specific little kind of like wordisms.
Yeah. So Magora can easily sneak back and let you know in broken detail.
Yeah, and then Soma would kind of relay that to the rest of the group. He'd say, based off of what this little guy picked up, I don't necessarily think that it's Marcus or Leo. It could be somebody else, but I'd be a little surprised if there was that much operations going on in here with another person in the house.
Well, should we turn back and see who it is, or just continue down the stairs?
Tomoji, in kind of a snippy, gravelly Rexana voice, will be like, "No one's supposed to know we're here."
She gives you a sidelong look.
Let's keep going. The longer he has Leo, who knows what might happen to him.
I agree. If it doesn't look like it's a threat, then it doesn't matter. And Rexana starts heading down the stairs to take the lead.
We'll follow sneakily.
I
don't know about Tomoji, but...
Tomoji's gonna hold the door and surreptitiously wait until everyone leaves.
All right.
He doesn't like being bossed around by Rexana, so he's just gonna quietly close the door behind everyone and go hang out with whoever's in the hallway.
The big boss battle happens without Tomoji because he's just hanging out upstairs.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever tried to chastise a cat, but they will hold it against you.
All right. So for the ones that are leaving, if you're all going sneakily, I would like someone to designate a group leader for that. And let's make a group stealth check.
I guess I would be closer to the front, I think, if I found the staircase.
Rexana definitely isn't going to necessarily stealth. She is not, with her armor, very stealthy, and it's probably in your best interest she doesn't anyway, so that she can draw the attention. So she just clunks down and leads, but Hattori, then, you leading the group stealth check, I'd like you to make me a dex and insight, and then everyone else who is in a part of this stealth also make that dex and insight. We will add to his success.
I got a 10.
Good. Alright.
So I guess that's a total of 12.
12. Anybody have a bond? I think Soma has a bond towards Hattori.
Yes.
What's the highest strength of it? Is it 2 or 1?
2.
So then 12 plus 2 would be 14. So you get a group of 14 stealth. The NPCs did not help you at all. They did not roll great. But still, 14's pretty fucking good. And especially with Rexana clanking ahead, it definitely gives you a good cover. So with that in mind, we will quickly switch back over to Timoji. You
like
watch
I said,
all your friends walk away.
Yeah, just closes the door behind him, and then he sits there and makes a face like Rexana, like. And then he's just gonna go towards the light and just kind of call out and just say, hello?
You hear like
a cute cat voice.
Hello? And, when she holds up the candlelight, you kind of see her a little more pale, wispy-looking girl, and she's like, who's there? Show yourself.
So at the edge of the light, Timoji's just gonna sit on his haunches and have big cute cat eyes and say, I'm Timoji, I'm lost, and cock his head like a cat.
How did you get in here? Do you know my dad? Are you a student?
I don't know. I just got lost, and I don't know. I don't have any friends here. Will you be my friend? I have a cool rock collection. You want to see it?
Okay. Sure.
So, Timoji's just gonna be typical, friendly Timoji, just telling his life story, having fun.
Let's go sit down somewhere, okay?
Okay, I love soft pillows. They're my favorite place to take a nap.
Well, good, because we have some soft furniture, so...
Yay!
As she walks, you notice she seems to brace herself along the walls of the house, and it seems like she's fairly weak. When
Timoji would offer. He'd say, you can put your arm around me, I'll help.
Thank you, you're sweet. And she'll take you up on that and lead you into this sort of living room where you see some floofy cushy couches and chairs and stuff, and she puts the candle and lights a couple of lanterns there so it brightens up the room a bit more as you help her to sit down. And
yeah, he'll say, I'm very fluffy, so I'm easy to grab onto.
Yeah, you are soft. How did you end up in here exactly?
I was lost. And now I'm here. I don't pay attention to where I'm at very often.
Oh.
Totally truthful.
When Dad comes home, I'm sure he can help you find your home.
And until then, we can play. Look at all these cushions and books, and you have a really beautiful house.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty nice.
Are you here by yourself?
Well, I live with my dad, but I'm alone right now. He works pretty late at the school. He's a professor at the academy.
Wow. I like magic too, but I don't know how to read books, so it's kind of hard to study.
That would be kind of hard. Well, if you liked them, I could try to read something to you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go pick one that you like.
It's just gonna be a total random book, and we're just gonna have fun story time.
She starts reading to you. You do definitely
What
get
little girl doesn't want a cat, right? Like she just free cat distribution system.
Again, I love this idea. Okay, so you start. She starts reading to you, and it's a lovely time. You do get the sense like she's just not healthy, you know?
Sure.
So she kind of will get cold easily and curl up with a blanket, which I'm sure Tomoji loves to curl
super
against.
Comfortable. Yeah, we got the blanket wrap, we got the books, we're talking about fun stuff. He's drawn pictures of caterpillars. He's a very social creature. If there's a social way to solve a problem, he's just gonna be nice. So we just bond for a while. We can move on.
Yeah. She loves your caterpillar pictures. She thinks they're adorable, and you just have a great time. The rest of you.
Yeah, we're off to murder.
Right.
As you're trying to find Leo, who was kidnapped, and heading into the boss's den, you end up down in the basement, and basically you see, obviously there's this long stony sort of hallway, and it seems to curve around, and as you creep forward, while Rexana clunks ahead, it does seem to serve as a regular basement when you get into the more opening space. There's like storage shelves and things to keep down here, some old furniture, some boxes of old stuff. And that's kind of just what you see.
For the entire basement, like there aren't any other rooms, or just the landing area?
It looks like there aren't any other rooms.
I think I'd like to have Cloud maybe go sniffing around and see if she can maybe smell any trace of Leo.
Yeah, definitely. I forget what stat is awareness. I think that's insight. Attributes. Yes. So make me an insight plus insight for Cloud. I'll give Cloud a +2 for being a dog.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
That is a 12 without the +2, so 14 total.
Yeah, as Cloud is sniffing and sort of trying to figure something out, there is a particular shelf that Cloud seems to sniff towards, and seems like she kind of moves back and forth in front of this shelf sniffing and starts growling at the shelf in the wall there.
Does she start to like paw on the shelves as well, like on like her two hind legs?
I mean, not so much. I think she feels the growl is good enough for you to know. That's what it means.
We'll definitely approach the shelf and investigate it. See if there's anything that looks special about it.
Yeah, make me an insight and insight. Lower DC because of the help of Cloud. 7, did you say?
Yeah.
I think the others would help too, as you are all coming up. So as you're kind of like looking at all the stuff and trying to figure it out, Willow also seems to come over to help, and there is this particular item that he kind of holds, and it seems like it won't come off the shelf. And with that, like, fidgeting and fiddling, eventually he finds the way to, like, switch the lever of it, and the shelf and the wall kind of move away and open up to a secret passage in the basement.
I told you.
I think with that, Leo, you kind of get woken up as an alarm seems to go off in the lab. And you look at your arm and you see, like, he's gotten your vein open and is just draining blood into this pail next to you. And he also... seems we have some company here. He turns and leaves the lab, closing the door.
Do I look like me or do I look like her? Does that drop with me going unconscious?
I don't think it would. I think you'd still look like her. Unless you're, like, brought to 0 HP, I think that it'll stay... You'll stay whoever you turned into. Did we lose Canyon?
He's still in Discord, at least.
Yeah.
I think he just turned his camera off.
But he's not answering, so I'm wondering if we lost him.
Canyon!
Well, Leo's dead, so, moving on.
Yeah, just closes his eyes one last time.
Alright, well, we'll come back to him once he comes back online. You guys you see a long, very dark-looking hallway, and I presume you... Oh, you're back? Hey, there you are. Okay. Yeah, so yes, you still look like her.
I think on the way out, it's just, Dad, what's happening? Why are you doing this to me? Why am I bleeding? And so you guys, I don't know how close you are, but you might even hear something like that.
I think, yeah, you aren't super close, but I would like everyone to make me a double insight to see if you happen to hear that echo down the corridors.
4.
Okay.
Alright, only Hattori hears it then. I guess I should make it for the NPCs. Man, the rolling's so bad.
We gotta get the bad ones out now before the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And they have such high rolls.
I think Hattori would say, I think Marcus has kidnapped a little girl as well.
Rexana heard it. As well as Hattori, so she's like, yeah, I heard that too. Doesn't make sense, though.
We should hurry. He's going to harvest her blood.
Alright then, let's keep going. And she'll continue down. And I assume the rest of you are still stealthing, or are you feeling a little more urgent and want to move quickly?
I don't know. I feel like we might be feeling more urgent. What do the rest of you think?
I think Hattori would. He doesn't want to have a dead girl on his conscience.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, So you guys start hurrying down the way, and you end up coming into this other opened room space where you see Marcus standing at the other end of it. Behind him is a door where you start hearing those cries from a young woman saying, "Dad, no, why are you doing this to me?" On the floor, you guys see that he has created a huge circle ring of blood and symbols that are very familiar to a particular beach ritual that you all were a part of. And he's just sees everyone approaching, and he's just, well, I really, really didn't want to have to do this, but you are all forcing my hand. Willow immediately steps forward and shouts, "Where is Leo?" Well, playing some sick games, as he likes to do, it seems. And, you see Willow starts growing fur again and increasing in size as he turns into a giant white bear, like a dire bear kind of size, and he starts raking the ground and says, "Give me back Leo, and I might not eat you." And Marcus just kind of sinks his head, shakes it. "Unfortunately, I can't. I need his blood, you must understand. You leave me no choice." And he calls forth a power. The symbols on the ground start glowing and increase in magical energy. And Willow tries to lunge at him before the ritual can complete, but Marcus isn't trying to do the ritual correctly. He wants to release the demon that he summons, to let it loose on all of you, so it doesn't take him long to rip open a portal through hell. And the size of this demon that comes through, enormous horns, a pig-faced looking monster with tusks and claws and teeth, just barrels through and smashes Willow before he gets close to Marcus. "Fuck," Rexana says, whipping out her sword, and after a moment, Marcus seems to step back and hide in his lab to let the demon try to finish all of you off. After this, Willow growls angrily, but you see him morph again and grow even further as his fur turns to scales and wings erupt from his back as he instead becomes a white dragon. And he seems to lunge at the demon to try to help pin it, and shouts to the rest of you, "Get Leo! Get him to safety!" And the rest of you can run into the lab to face Marcus, while the incredibly powerful NPCs will fight the incredibly powerful demon.
Nice.
While that's going on, was Leo still, like, conscious?
Yes, you were. You did eventually see Marcus return, but if there was something you wanted to do right before then.
Yeah, it's like, there any, like, I know I'm tied down pretty good, but I'm just thinking, like, I know we had flavored my sword as kind of being one of those pocket swords where I can just call on it and pull it out when I need it. Is that something that I might be able to, like, try and break my bonds?
Yeah, Also, I would like you to make me, I think, a double insight real quick.
9.
Yeah, that's enough. Something else that occurs to you, you can summon your sword. It seems that works. But when you summon your sword, you also realize, like, wait, these are normal bonds. They're not... It's not like he has anti-magical shackles that he could give you. He's not a police officer, you know? He's a professor. And that he doesn't know you can turn into small animals that could escape such sized binds. So...
I think I want to try and cut my bonds and hide somewhere in the room.
Okay.
If I've got time for that.
Make me a might plus dex. It is taking a while for the others to run down the hall, a demon's coming out, transformations and threats are happening, so...
11.
Alright, I think with an 11, you do manage to break free, but not in time to hide. So when he comes back in and seems to lock the lab, as you hear roars and shouts happening out there, he turns and sees that you've gotten up with the sword in hand.
Say, what's happening, Father?
Leo, this isn't the time.
Dad, who's Leo? Why do you keep calling me that?
Stop it! Stop using her! And I think at this time, everyone... I did say he locked the door, but Rexana will break it open for you. You guys can get in there. And we will all roll initiative, except Tomoji, who's having a pillow fort in the... Alright, who wants to take lead of initiative?
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, real quick before everyone else rolls, though, let's choose a leader, unless we want Soma to be the leader.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Works for me.
Then everyone else, please roll initiative. And we will add your 10s to that. It will be a D8 plus a D12. Alright.
I rolled 8.
12. 13. Alright, that's just enough. The party takes the lead.
Real quick, before we do go into combat, with my blood loss and all of the shit that's been going on, have I taken any HP damage? Do you want me to go to like half?
Yeah, let's say you're at half, so you'll be in crisis at the moment. And when the rest of you break in, you would notice that Leo has, well, he looks like the young girl, but you can tell with his purple eyes who it is, and he has a wound on his arm that's got blood gushing out, and there's a pail next to him that was collecting the blood.
Soma would just kind of bustle through the door and would go, "That's enough!" And he would, assuming we're ready, fire off a pot shot at the professor.
Alright, make me that roll. $11 to hit. That will hit. How much?
Just see him kind of like hold out his pistol, like one-handed at the professor.
Stop it. And how much?
16 for the damage.
Total? Thank you.
So it says 8 physical damage.
Yeah, but it should be high roll plus something usually. And
High roll plus something.
Yeah, it's 8 plus 8, so it's 16.
16.
Okay. 104. All right. That will take us to Marcus's turn. He's just, I don't want to kill you all. Can't you just leave me be? And he is going to cast an area status ability, which there is no save or roll for, but everyone is dazed. So all of your, I believe insight is the one that lowers.
Yeah, it reduces it by 1 dice size.
Yeah.
With that area of effect, how big is it and which direction is it going?
Everyone he can see. So, everybody.
Okay. Can he see me if I'm in the other side of the room?
He steps to the side, and yes, you can see. So, everyone's insight gets reduced by 1 dice size. Stop it! The dice aren't your toy. You're being very Tomoji right now. So that was one of his turns. I think that being said... I think that being said, Tomoji and this girl, as you're up there, you are suddenly hear this loud roar and some shouts from below. It's not like his house is exactly completely soundproof to a giant demon and a dragon now fighting each other. And you feel some shakes going on. She kind of gets scared and is just, what's happening? Should we leave?
Tomoji will say... So I don't know how much we've talked about during the time, but the two things that I wanted for Tomoji to kind of inquire about or sort of lead the conversation is he kind of wanted to inquire why she was sick, and then he also, when the time was right, probably wanted to suggest that the reason he was wandering around the forest was because his friend and a lot of other people have gone missing lately, so he was trying to find them, just to see kind of maybe if she doesn't have a little bit of information. Now again, Tomoji's not lying and he's not being manipulative, but he is curious because his character theme is curiosity.
She is a 13 or 14-year-old girl, and you are a very disarming, loving little cat man. So I won't even make you roll to gain information from her. Obviously get the sense she's, Marcus's daughter, and she explains, a couple of years ago I started to have this sickness, some sort of disease. It seems to be, in my blood somehow. I don't really know all the details. Tad knows more, but if he's been finding some donor transfusions, and as he replaces my blood, it helps keep me alive. So, but she does not seem to know the depths Marcus has been going for this.
Right. Well, Tomoji wouldn't either.
Yeah, she thinks they're all donations, and she has no idea about the missing people whatsoever.
Sure.
But you definitely get the sense it is because of this illness that she is suffering from.
I think what Tomoji would do is, he does have a 10 insight, so he's not, clueless, although he is naive. He would probably realize that kind of put 2 and 2 together, realize that the missing people and the transfusions are probably connected. He definitely wouldn't do anything to alarm. What was the girl's name? I don't think I caught it.
I don't think I said it. It's
yeah.
What was it? Rihanna.
Rihanna. He probably would, still be reassuring. And like when she mentions the blood transfusion, he'll probably dig around in his rock bag and pull out like a bloodstone and just be like, this is a really pretty rock. And, I think you should keep it because, of all the things you're going through, and it'll give you hope to find, a cure.
You're so sweet.
I think that Tomoji would probably, at the ruckus downstairs, he would probably say, uh-oh, there must be something going on that's dangerous. If your dad's not here, then we should call for help. Do you have a phone?
No, this is a fantasy game. Phones don't exist.
I imagine there has to be some way for a professor to contact the university from his home.
There would be like a equivalent to sending stone, I guess. So she would be like, but I think my father has some sending communication stones in his office.
Okay. He says, I have lots of friends at the university. We can definitely get someone to come help you and your dad. It sounds dangerous down there. And he's going to try to convince her to make a call for help.
Okay. Again, won't even make you roll. She's just a scared girl. So she gets up quickly and sort of tries to make her way back upstairs. Do you go with her, or are you...
Yeah. No, we're going to stick together. And I mean, I don't think he's not being disingenuous here. He actually thinks the best thing to do is call for help.
All right. So
he's going to work with her to try to get a call back to the university.
With that, you head on up, and it's good you come along anyway to help her up the stairs, because as she is weakened by this illness that she is suffering from, it helps her to have someone to lean on to get up the stairs. Sure. And eventually you make it to the office, and she, with your help, dig around his office looking for little sending stones and try to call for help. With that, we'll head back to the horrible boss battle in the basement. And, all right, Soma went and Marcus went, so that leaves us with Hattori, Leo, not Tomoji, Suki, and Korin. Who would like to go?
I think I would like to go next.
All right.
Do I have any idea how Korin usually fights? I remember him throwing the rock that one time. Does he usually fight at like a distance, or?
Yes, he is very magical.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to cast this spell, Aura, on Leo, Hattori, and Soma. So your magic defense is going to go up to 12. Sorry, Korin.
Leo, Hattori, and Soma you're giving it to?
Yeah.
Right. That's okay.
You said it'll go up to 12?
Yeah.
Alright, you do that. That'll take us to Marcus's second turn, because he wouldn't be a good boss battle without multiple turns. With that, he is going to cast... So, you see in his lab there are various vials of blood all over the place. He's got tanks of it and all kinds of things, other medical tissue and things you would expect as well. But a lot of the, some of the blood vials he just holds his hands out and they break and all the blood comes around him and seems to harden on him as he casts Shell, which gives him resistance to all physical damage.
Scab.
Yes, he casts Scab. forgot his ultimate points are down to 2 now. And that is his turn. So now we have Hattori, Leo, and Corin. I think Corin, if you guys are cool with it, will go real quick. Because he wants to give out, again, it's called War Cry in the book, but I feel like for him it's more like Arcane Vigor. And he seems to spread out this arcane energy that comes around, he'll probably do the same 3, Hattori, Leo, and Soma, and you guys will all get a +1 to your accuracy. And gave him a good chunk of his MP's gone. Alright. That gives us Hattori and Leo still have to go. Arcus only gets 2 turns, so.
I don't have any fancy buffs, so I think every turn for me is going to look the same. I don't need to go first.
My turn looks a little different.
Alright.
I think Leo's walking towards Marcus, but he still looks like his daughter, and he's just like taking his sword and just like drawing it across his wrist and like cutting himself deeper for 5 more damage. And so I think you see him sag just a little bit, and he's just like, Dad, why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me bleed? And then I'm going to try and attack him. Why is math so hard? So that's 8 and then 4 plus 3, so that is 15 to hit.
That's physical, right?
No, this is going to be dark.
Oh. 15 still
Very
hits.
cool.
But
So
just wanted
15, and then that is going to do 5 plus 4, and then 8 plus 11. So 28 damage.
Alright.
But again, I think you see him sag down just a little bit too as the blood loss is starting to get to him just a little bit.
That was Leo's turn. Hattori.
I think Hattori is just gonna start shooting.
Keep in mind you also have a +1 to accuracy. Leo, Hattori, and Soma.
That's a 9 to hit.
Would be a 10 because of the +1.
I already added it, so...
Oh, you did? You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be 9 in total.
Then, sorry, it bounces off of his little scab armor he's got going on there, and nothing happens.
Yeah, he's still firing rocks too, so all his damage is going to be halved.
Alright, top of the round. Who would like to go first?
I mean, I don't think Suki would mind going first, just seeing how hurt Leo seems to me. Is Leo the only one that's taken damage so far?
Yeah.
Alright, then.
He's also a little girl.
Yeah.
Well, we recognize that it's him.
Yeah,
but I think as I'm casting this, I would definitely be like, Leo, what is this face you have on right now?
Oh, this is his daughter.
Oh, I think we met her upstairs. And I kind of like look at Marcus.
Tomoji is?
I feel like at this point, everyone realized Tomoji's missing.
Yeah. I think so.
Sorry, how much is that back?
You get 40 HP back.
Nice. Big heals.
It's quite good.
That gets me exactly back up to full.
Alright, so that was Suki's turn, and then that means Marcus goes. Let's see. I think he is going to sigh miserably. I really did not want to do this, but all of you had to fucking get involved. I am so close to finding the cure. And he is going to look at Suki. What is your magic defense? And keep in mind, insight is your magic defense. So with that being lowered because you are dazed, it would also lower your defense.
How long does the daze last?
Till the end of the scene. Or someone cleanses it from you.
I wish that it automatically updated my magic defense when I clicked the dazed checkbox. It's normally 10, so I don't know if it goes from a D8 to a D6. I don't know if that minus is 2.
Let's see. Magic defense is specifically mostly based on insight. It says it doesn't give me the exact.
I think it's insight plus
but
armor
I think,
bonus.
yeah, I think it's insight plus whatever armor bonus you've got. So it would be down by 2, I guess. So.
And then there's the spell that's giving us the boost to AC.
I didn't put it on myself though.
Oh.
Yeah. So this hits then.
All right.
So your level is 9. So that would make it 24 dark damage to you.
All right, cool.
As you see, even though he has this sanguine magic, he also was an instructor of other things, spiritual magic, and it seems like something else as he casted Omega. And this darkness comes out of him and seems to wrap and choke around you, hurting you in a way that does not feel great.
Yeah. I think you hear Cloud almost let out a whimper as Suki goes into crisis.
Hardy's turn.
I think Leo gives a little bit back to Suki here now, because they do have that bond together. So he's going to cast something for the first time that I don't think you guys have seen him cast before, but he's going to cast out Unicorn's Blessing. And with that, you're going to get 30 HP back, but you're also going to recover a status condition of my choosing, so I'm going to take Dazed away from you.
Ooh.
And a horn grows out of your forehead.
Yeah.
Because it's unicorn, yeah.
A rainbow horn.
I'm
there you
not
go.
positive, but this is the last session and I love this for flavor. This is a beast technically spell. It's not in the monster book, but so Suki, you would recognize this as a spell from a creature despite the fact that it came from Leo, and I think you can also pick up this spell and learn it yourself.
Hell yeah.
With your chimerist ability.
Everyone gets to be a unicorn.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the background, you guys also still hear the raging battle of a demon, a dragon, and a demon. A demon, a dragon, a demon. Marcus will go for his second turn. He's just gonna do a basic attack, I think. On Leo.
Daddy, no!
Does a 13 hit ya?
Just barely.
You take 15 dark damage. It is a little like shoot of blood that bolts out to hit you. And the only thing I could flavor that would be like dark damage. So when you shout Daddy no, he's like, stop that! And that is the party's turn. We still have Hattori, Soma, and Korn.
Sorry, how much damage was that?
15.
Soma can go next.
Okay.
So let's see. Soma would just fire back a response from Marcus going on about how he didn't want to have to do this. I said, you should have thought about that before you decided to hurt other people for your own means. And he's just going to... You know what? Yes, we're going to fire off again with the pistol. So I believe that'll be with the +1 again. So that is a 6.
A 6, unfortunately, will graze off of his blood armor and not hurt him at all.
You just see Soma just start, like, trying to clean out his gun. He's like, what's going on with this?
Hattori and Korin are left. Would you like to go first, Hattori?
I think he's also going to shoot his gun. Let's see how this goes. And he'll probably say, how could you do this? They were your students. You're harvesting their blood just to summon demons? Does a 12 hit?
A 12 will hit.
So 18, half to 9, I guess.
Yeah. He will respond, this isn't for demons, this is for my daughter. What would you do if you saw someone you love dying in front of you? Korin will go.
I'm gonna say, Mom wouldn't want this, Dad!
Shut up!
Just driving in the boot.
Korin's gonna fling a boulder. So he summons a boulder and flings it at him. Which is D12 and a D10, because he's magic. Yeah, that hits. Eight plus 25 is 33. Okay. Math.
What kind of attack was this?
Boulder.
Okay.
It is available in the Elementalist spell list. It costs 20 MP, but it does 25 plus high roll. It's pretty big.
Is it its own kind of damage, like earth? Or
Yeah,
is
it's
it...
earth damage. So it's
Okay, cool.
it is a magical damage, you know?
Good.
So he takes the full. He is now in crisis.
I was just gonna say, like, he's using rocks way better than we are.
The resident rock expert is busy.
Alright, that brings us to the top of the round. Who would like to go first?
We can't hear you, Canyon.
I think I'm just cutting myself again as I'm just like, Dad, look what you're making us do! And I'm just drawing my blade across myself with a fucking 8 on there. I hurt myself pretty bad. And that's going to be a 16 to hit with that boost to my accuracy.
Yeah, 16 will do it.
Right, so he is going to take 31 dark damage.
Alright.
As I am also nearing crisis again. I'm not there yet, but I cut myself pretty good there.
Now it is his turn. He needs some MP, so he is going to use Drain Spirit on probably Suki, because he doesn't want her to heal everybody.
No.
Yes. I mean, that's what you get for wanting to help people.
Let no good deed go unpunished.
Truly.
Does a 10 magic hit you?
That is exactly my magic defense.
So, much like D&D, meets it, beats it. I roll... So you lose 20 mind points. He gains 10.
Zap.
Alright.
Alright, that was his turn. Who'd like to go next?
I think Suki's down to go next. And I feel like as she kind of has that energy like drained from her, she would just be like, speaking of your daughter, do you even know where she is now?
Just looks at you like, you wouldn't hurt her. You're too kind for that.
I wouldn't, but I'm not the one up there with her. And then I'm casting a spell called Mercy on Leo. So if you take damage that would reduce you down to 0, you're actually going to go to 1 hit point and stay up.
Nice.
Very cool.
He does seem a bit worried now, but what's he gonna do? He's got all of you fucking here, so he's got to deal with that. But he is going to cast Heal on himself.
Say, I'm right here, Dad. I'm right here, don't worry.
Which puts him above Crisis. Damn it, Leo, I don't want to kill you, but I fucking will. And
I'm gonna kill you with your daughter's face. Just like tilting my head just a little bit.
Roll me a random d10. Well, if you wanted my attention, darling, you certainly know how to get it. And you feel a little kiss on your cheek. And with that, I think, not that this necessarily helps you, but you kind of feel a shift as you are no longer going to be bound by the purple eye thing, and you can now make it look like any color eye you want.
Love that.
We have Hattori, Soma, and Korin.
I guess Hattori will just shoot again.
Alright, give me that roll.
6. Next turn.
Sorry, Hattori. You are not rolling great. You can, by the way, use your Fabula points to re-roll attacks. So if you wanted to burn them, I mean, a boss battle's kind of the time to do it.
Okay. Sure. How would this tie into his traits, though? I think maybe like he'll use his origin, mine's Refuge. He wants to, like, he doesn't want an evil guy summoning demons in the city. He wants to protect his home.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that is a very fair reason to re-roll, yeah. This is your home. You want it safe.
Does an 8 hit?
I'm sorry, an 8 won't hit.
Hattori learns that wanting it safe and keeping it safe are two different things.
Right. Alright, Soma or Korin. And sorry, Tomoji, but you're just up with a girl, so...
No. So I think that Tomoji's gonna try to call someone, so whenever you want to do that, I have a plan for the call.
Oh, okay. We will, at the end of this round, on the start of the next round,
sounds
we'll
good.
do that.
Ready.
Shoot him!
We're shooting. Do I still have the +1 accuracy?
Yes, you do.
Gang. 11?
11 hits.
16.
It is halved because he is resistant, so that'll bring it to 8. That does put him back in crisis, though.
I'm gonna have a crisis if he doesn't die.
That's the problem with fighting people who can heal themselves, isn't it? Alright.
Yeah, only we're allowed to do that. That's...
Yeah, right.
The boss doing it, that's illegal.
For sure.
Korin will use a regular attack because he's kind of running low on MP. So that's the only problem with Boulder, is it takes 20 MP to do. He's gonna do a little magic bolt and just pew it out of his finger. It's a D12 plus a D10. Oh, he crit! Cool. Okay, so he does 14 damage, and I will look up an opportunity that he'll take real quick after I do the damage before I forget. Opportunities. Let's see. I think he's going to give advantage, which means then a person will get a +4, and I think he's going to give it to Hattori. He has not been rolling that good. So on your next attack roll, you will have a +4. Well, technically a +5 because of the accuracy bonus that still applies.
Well, all of my attacks are being halved, so it's not that important. But Hattori appreciates it.
Yes. The DM feels bad. You haven't hit him very much, so Corrin feels bad. Vicariously through me. Okay.
Nice.
Then top of the round, we'll come up to Timoji real quick. You helped her find the little like sending stone thing, and she sort of grabbed it, and it'll work a little bit like a short-term walkie-talkie more than just casting like sending spell one time in D&D.
Sure.
So you kind of can have a small conversation. You hear her like, hello, somebody please, there's something wrong over here. And eventually you hear a voice come over like, who is this? This is from Marcus's house? And she's like, yes, there's roars and shouts under my house. I don't know where my father is, and I please, can you send help? And after a moment, they're like, of course. Hold on, we'll send someone right away. Timoji, you said you had an idea.
Yeah, do I recognize the voice? Like, is she...
Yeah, it was one of the random, like, admin people that, you've had to talk to, especially for, like, enrolling in the classes and stuff.
It was the secretary who checked you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, if she already asked for help and they said that they were going to send someone, I don't know if he would jump in. I guess maybe, like, if they're still on the line, he'd be like, hi, this is Timoji. Because chances are anyone would remember that. And he'd be like, I'm in danger too with all my friends.
I just love how, like, nonchalant about it he is. I'm in danger too.
I'm in danger. That Ralph would.
Yeah. You hear, like, what are you doing there? So confused.
Say, I got lost, but it's okay because I think I found all the missing girls too.
Okay. Look, we're going to send someone as soon as possible. Just please lock yourselves up in a room somewhere and hide.
Okay.
We can do that.
If you want to send the detective from the prison who was asking me about all the missing girls, I can show him where they are. She had lots of questions, and now I know all the answers.
I will pass that along.
Thank you. We're gonna hide now.
Good.
And then he'll look to Rita and say, what's the best place to hide? We're both small, so I bet we can find a good spot.
Maybe one of the hall closets?
Okay, good idea. And keep that bloodstone I gave you because that's going to give you good luck and keep you nice and safe. And then we're going to hide in the hall closet.
Okay. She does seem scared and does clutch the stone, so nothing else. It's an emotional support stone.
Yep.
And
we're going to hide and keep her safe.
You end up in a little hallway closet. All right, back to the battle. Top of the round. Who would like to take it?
Someone can go if no one wants to.
Sure.
Death and destruction once more with the pistol.
Eight will not hit, unfortunately. Bounces off of his blood armor. Marcus is gonna go. He's just like, damn it, all of you need to just, if you just fucking left me alone, I could have found the cure. He is going to what's he gonna do? He's desperate. I think he's gonna cast Omega on Suki again, because unfortunately she keeps everyone alive, so... Sorry, when you have a smart boss, that's what they do.
Does Omega count as a ranged attack?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, it's a magic ranged... It is a ranged magic attack. Does Crossfire work on that?
It doesn't specify. It says after a creature you can see performs a ranged attack, you can spend blah blah blah.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
So what does it do exactly again? Like, you get to deflect it somehow?
Yeah, I can spend a number of mind points equal to 5 plus their accuracy check and cause the attack to miss. It doesn't work if he rolls a crit though.
Okay.
So
his accuracy was a 15.
Okay, so that'll cost 20 for me. And I think he's just gonna shoot a pebble onto his head and they can break his concentration or something.
I like that, yeah. Bounces off the little blood armor he's got going on, but it makes him like disoriented, and the spell fizzles as you saw the dark tendrils coming for you, Suki. I believe he still has to spend the mana cost too, which is bad for him, but that is his go. Now we have Hattori, Leo, Suki, and Corrin.
I think Leo is just reaching out with both hands, probably just still like covered in blood from like forearm to wrist at this point with either hand, and he's just like reaching forward and letting out this thunderbolt of purple lightning at him. That's 13 to hit.
Hits.
That is going to be another 31 damage to him as it's lightning this time around. Purple lightning. Maybe infused a little bit by Mom.
Well, Mom did give you a little kiss on the cheek. Alright. Marcus is gonna go, and he is going to spend the last of his MP at the moment to heal himself again. He is still in if only. He is still in crisis, even with 40 extra health. Hattori, Suki, and Korin.
Suki's probably waiting to go last, so if you guys want to go.
I guess I won't really have another chance to use it. I think Hattori will try using his potion again.
Okay.
I'm just double checking the rules because I have to roll 2d20 and then look at a table. Oh, that's convenient. Okay. He's going to take a bottle out of his bag and then hook it up to the dispenser on his backpack. And he will say, I've been making this blue potion since you guys really like the red one. This blue potion, it sharpens focus, reduces fatigue, and is slightly addictive. And he's going to... I guess he's going to break it, a mist will appear, and every ally will recover 50 hit points and 50 mind points.
Ooh.
Nice. First hit free.
That's really good.
Yeah, I got really lucky with both rolls with the potions.
Very cool.
Alright, so I guess Korin will go next. He's gonna use a little magic bolt.
He does have his boulder back.
Oh yeah.
Because he would have been one of those allies as well that got 50 mind points back.
Yeah, I assume you would have given that to Korin then, too?
I think so. It just says the target is you and every ally present.
He is an ally, so yeah, then he will do boulder and try to huck a boulder at him. Which is... 10
He's gonna get the final blow again.
10 does a 10. Oh, fortunately a 10 does not hit. The boulder gets deflected by a blood shield thing. Damn. Alright, that leaves Suki.
Alright, who is looking hurt? I know Leo is, for sure. Anybody else?
Marcus
I'm
is.
actually not anymore. Not with that 50 HP that I just got back from.
Oh, that's right. That was so clutch. I can actually make a real attack. Okay.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yay.
Alright, I'm going to cast this on Marcus. Oh, that was not... Here we go. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Alright.
Alright, top of the round. Who would like to take the first? Actually, at the top of the round, do you guys want to take a quick bio break? Because this fight's kind of been going.
Sure.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Works for me.
I guess actually at the top of the round, just a quick check-in with Timoji. Obviously you're making this bond in the closet with his daughter, but I just want to make sure if there's any specific thing you're talking to her about or anything you wanted to know or do.
I would say that, in an effort to keep her entertained and not focus too much on the sound of the fighting, just out of curiosity, he could, talk about how, he started to learn magic, and of course he's going to talk about his mentor because he talks about that a lot, and he's gonna pull out his little green bag that his mentor gave him, and just start telling Rihanna, like, this is a bag and you can put caterpillars inside of it, and look, I can fit my whole head in and I don't know what's inside. It just so happens that the conversation goes to the mysterious bag that his mentor gave him, and I don't know.
Yeah,
see
sure.
if anything comes of it, just see what she thinks, or if there's like a spider crawling around in the closet, he could put it inside, or
and it disappears into the void.
Yeah,
she's just like, oh, well, with the way the spider disappeared, it kind of reminds me of a bag of holding, but that's kind of scary for a spider, don't you think?
Tomoji would say, I'm not sure, because it doesn't fit anything other than bugs. So
Really?
maybe it's a bag of bugs, and inside is a nice, happy little bug house, and they're all getting along together.
Little bug motel. One of those,
Yeah.
like, log things. She's just, I hope so. But this definitely seems to help her, like, not be as scared anytime a bang or crash or roar sound happens from echoing down below. She obviously kind of shrinks into the shadows of the closet more, but
So each time Tomoji will be like, okay, well, since we're safe, we're going to make sure the bugs are safe too. So help me find any ants or cockroaches or spiders, and we'll get them in the bag so that they'll be safe.
do we have to save the cockroaches?
Tomoji kind of thinks about it, and he's like, they're probably okay.
Okay. I really don't want to touch one.
Otherwise, Tomoji's going to try to keep an eye out for the sounds of anybody coming. And I think that what he'll do is he'll just prepare, if he hears people or something's going on. I imagine there's a window somewhere. I can always shoot some fire magic outside to be like, shoot up the little fireworks saying we're in trouble. That's his plan, is that if he hears somebody, he's going to try to go out and guide whoever's here to wherever the fight is.
All right. Yeah. And
that's all he has.
What are you guys doing? My cats are doing something weird. Hold on. Hey. Okay. And with that, we'll head back down to the basement into the scary secret lab. And it is the top of the round, so who would like to take the first action?
Leo can go again. Because he's up close and personal with this guy now and still looking just like his daughter. I think he just honestly cuts himself again and just starts trying to stab her. That is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is... Why is math so hard? .28 damage.
Alrighty. And I'm assuming this is magic damage?
Dark again.
Yeah, okay. 8. Okay. A little section of his current HP is not handling the amount of erasing I've been having to do.
You could stop healing him.
I could. Alright, with that, it'll take it to his turn. He is going to sigh deeply. He's just, I am so close. I need your blood. Don't you understand? To save her life. And he's going to spend an Ultima point, which everyone gets EXP for what that's worth. And he is going to use the ability a villain can do, which is recovery. It lets him recover from all status effects, which he doesn't have any, and gives him 50 mind points. So he's back up to in MP.
And you yell at Boo.
At least it's not HP, for what that's worth.
How many heals can he cast with 50 though?
A lot.
Exactly.
A lot. Wow.
You just gotta kill him first.
Yep. Hattori, Soma, Suki, or Korin? Who would like to go next? Or, you know, I just say Korin so you guys know if you want him to go anytime, you know.
Soma will fire.
Oh.
Yeah. Soma can go.
Okay.
And he started blasting. 14.
That'll hit.
So, let's see. 16, but I believe that's halved, so it's still 8.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to Marcus's second turn. And, he's gonna heal himself. It's funny with Omega, I thought this was gonna be, like, tough for you guys by, like, taking too much damage, but it turns out it's tough for you guys just because he keeps having to heal himself. He is still in the crisis status because of... It did not give him enough there, but at least... Well, at least for me, he gets to keep going. Next, we have either Hattori, Suki, or Korin.
I think Suki can go next. I'm going to try this spell this time. Oh, a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, so kind of this, like, purple cloud of, like, poison kind of just, like, gets thrown to his face, and he breathes some of the spores in and takes 25 poison damage.
Nice.
And suffers dazed.
He is dazed, which is good, because that lowers his magic defense, too. Temporarily, this is down to 10. Alright. Hattori and Korin.
I guess Hattori can go. I believe I still have the +4.
Yep, so
Because
plus
I
5
never attacked
total.
it.
will
The
hit.
+1 is already there, so that's okay. That's
Oh,
a 15.
plus, yeah, that definitely hits even more.
So 8 physical damage.
Right.
8 rock damage.
Rock damage,
Rock
best
damage.
damage.
Alright, Korin is going to cast Boulder. You can't have my dice, cat. I know you want them, but you can't have them. That'll hit him with a 9 plus 25. That is 34 points of damage. Alright. With that, Marcus, a giant boulder gets magically summoned and just thwacks Marcus straight in the head. You see, as he's about to fall over, a ring that he has on his finger breaks, and he comes back with 1 HP.
Nice.
But that is the top of the round, and the party has initiative, so you get to go before he might be able to heal himself.
I think Leo wants to try and do this with his daughter's face.
Let's do this with his daughter's face.
A little bit of revenge here. That's a 13 to hit. Ooh, and I'm gonna use my dark again too, so he's cutting himself again as he's doing this.
A 13 will hit.
Do I need to even roll damage?
No, not really. He's got 1 HP.
So I think he's just cutting himself again, and because he can change his eyes now too, he's got this full look of his daughter's face, and he's like, "Just why did you make me do this, Dad?" As he's just stabbing him.
Alright, and I'm assuming you are going to literally just kill him, not bring him in or anything like that.
Oh yeah, no, he kidnapped me, he tortured me for a day or so. Yeah, he's dead.
He didn't torture you, he just drained
He cut
your
my
blood.
arm and tried to take my blood. What do you think?
Torture adjacent, maybe. Unwilling medical procedure.
To be fair, I probably psychologically tortured him a little bit more.
Oh, you most definitely did. But with that being said, how does the group feel as they see this, although he's wearing the face of a 13-year-old, he's only a 10-year-old boy, stab and murder your teacher in front of you? Granted, he did bad things, but...
I definitely think Hattori would be alarmed at how easy it is for Leo to murder someone. Right? Because he's an 11-year-old kid.
Flashbacks to you telling the investigator that he was a good person.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think he would ever do anything wrong. Stab!
Mm-hmm. I think Suki just kind of shakes her head. I don't think that she had thought it all the way through and didn't really imagine us killing someone today.
How's the fight in the other room going now that he's been taken out? We still had some demons and some dragons.
Yeah, with that, I'd say you guys hear another loud roar and bang, and finally a moment of silence as then you hear some fucking giant claw-like footsteps as a dragon claw breaks the door open, and you see a white dragon head kind of looking through the doorway. Leo?
I change back. Oh, hey, Willow, and I run over and give him a hug.
And he transforms into the man again and hugs you back, holding you protectively tight. You all right?
Yeah, my friends came to save me.
He does smile. I'm glad you have friends, Leo.
Me too. He waves at you guys. You guys meet my brother? This is Willow.
We met on the way here. You see Roxana put her sword away, just kind of huffing and puffing a bit as she comes over. Looks like she got a bit bloodied and wounded too. Covered
So guess
in
who's
demon
not
blood.
my favorite teacher? And I point over to him, just laying on the ground.
Nice.
She smirks a bit but looks in Well, shame I had to come to this, but she shrugs. At least you're alive.
Somebody should probably check in on his daughter, though. I think she's really sick.
Didn't even know the guy had a kid. Then again, I don't really talk to the other professors much.
Oh, his daughter. Is that what you were transformed as?
Yeah.
What do you mean she was sick, though?
That's, I think, why he was doing all this blood stuff, was to fix her blood.
I think Hattori's just gonna look at Marcus, and he's like, mentally in his mind, he's like, I thought he was trying to conquer the world.
If it was to save a young girl, I feel like a number of people would have just given their blood freely. Maybe he needed it in such large quantities that wasn't an option.
He's trying to make a deal with them.
Oh, you cut out
Save
their
his
land.
daughter's life? Oh,
You're back.
I was just saying. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Hattori is just saying he was trying to make a deal with the devil to save his daughter's life.
Soma would just kind of mumble under his breath, and he would say, but if she knew the cost, what would she have to say about it?
Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be here anymore. I don't like this place.
Willow's cloak seems to start growing and twisting as flowers bloom out of it, and he takes the seeds of them and hands it to Leo, and this will help you recover, and holds it out to anybody else who might need it. Also, if his daughter's sick, I could probably help her. Unfortunate it had to come to this, though.
Where's Tomoji? I'm like looking around.
Oh yeah,
you should be
stupid.
right.
That being said, upstairs, Tomoji, I think at some point you do hear people come into the house, like the sound of the police arriving and starting to go through and look around. And
so we would pop out and, you know, the typical, hi, I'm Tomoji.
Yeah.
And just tell them that your friends had gone into the basement and we heard a big fight. We need them to go make sure everybody's safe.
And then they're just like, all right, stay here. And they leave like an officer to protect you two as they head down. And eventually you guys would hear these footsteps coming down the hall. And see the officers show up. And, oh, by the way, Leo, you're like healed to full if you were hurt. With the super cool healing flowers. And the officers like barge in and see this dissolving giant corpse of a demon slowly going back to hell, and the ritual circle has been like broken and there is no longer a portal to hell, at least, but they're just like, what in the hell happened here? And they see Marcus's body eventually, and with that, they don't hold you guys or anything crazy, but they do surround you all, and they're gonna go through a list of questions and try to piece together everything that happened here.
With my recent history with the cops here, I'm just like instantly lawyering up, pleading the fifth.
I think Willow puts a hand on your like head, like, you can answer them Leo. It's for your best interest. With that, there are papers and things in the lab that are sort of like Marcus's notes. Over time, as this is going on, you kind of start learning a little bit more about what's happened. His daughter got very sick with this disease, and as you suspect at first, you know, he worked with the hospitals and the medicals and, you know, did all the proper way of trying to heal her, but it just wasn't working. The only way was blood transfusions that seemed to make her healthy again, and it started simple. She just had to go once every now and then. This was years in the making. She's had this disease, you know, and at first it was all properly legal. But every time she had a transfusion, slowly it just... the amount of time before she needed a new one kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and eventually the hospital just doesn't have enough to offer. So he took matters into his own hands. He started with finding really sick, old, or dying homeless people or things like that. He didn't start killing people for it. He tried to do it the right way. But eventually that just wasn't enough, and he needed the demand got higher and higher, and he finally started killing people in order to save her life. The last note would be like that he found out in, you know, one of the teacher meetings that there was a God's child here and that his blood might be the key. He also expressed students came to summon a demon. Perhaps demon blood would be useful, which is why he agreed so easily to fucking help you guys summon a demon. But, yeah, just desperation led him down this horrible path. Eventually, you'll all get upstairs and meet up with Tomoji and this girl. You see, much like it was described, she's pale, kind of wispy looking, weak. You know, the police too would help her to chairs and things like that so she doesn't have to walk.
Tomoji would say, "Look, Rihanna, these are all my friends. Don't worry, everybody. We saved all the beetles and all the caterpillars. They're all safe. I got them here in my bag."
I guess meeting her, does her, like, symptoms look familiar to me at all?
They do. Very familiar.
I don't think that Tori can say anything to her. He has very mixed emotions right now.
As Tomoji holds up the bag, though, Willow kind of tilts his head looking at it like, where did you get that bag?
My mentor gave it to me. He passed away, and he kind of looks sad and kicks at the floor a little.
Mato passed away.
Yeah, there was a big rock slide, and he tried to save the village, but there were too many rocks. And I tried to save him, but I wasn't good enough with rock magic, so now I spend a lot of time trying to get better at it. And he holds up another little bag, and he's like, I have lots of rocks now. Did you know my master?
I did. He was like a third father to me.
Oh, so that makes you my third grandpa.
Sure.
Hey, Leo, we're brothers now.
High five!
Yes.
He'll lean down and whisper to you, Tomoji. Speak this word when you have a moment near the bag, and he will give you a word that I will let you as a player create to unlock it. Translated, it's like druidic for that flower scent you kept smelling and wouldn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, after that, he kind of just pats you on the head and heads over to the girl and seems to kneel next to her and starts talking to her privately. I don't know if anyone wants to eavesdrop on that or not. That's up to them.
No, I think Leo's hungry. He spent like the last day in captivity and like so he's like going over and like trying to find this guy's kitchen and raiding the pantry and eating all of his food.
Again,
I would say Soma would probably just try to eavesdrop. He doesn't necessarily have too much to say.
Kill a guy, eat his food, just another day
that's
for
what I was
Leo.
just gonna say. Like, how does the party feel about this like nonchalant attitude this 11-year-old child has?
I was just tied up in a basement. I don't know if you guys have ever like given blood or had blood drawn, but it like drains you just a little bit.
Oh,
And
it does.
Not only was he doing that, but I was doing it to myself, just justifying it a little bit. But he needs some food. He needs to get some fuel in his belly.
No,
Tomoji
it does
doesn't know
make
what
sense.
happened, so he's just sewing Suki like a little bug with green wings that he found.
Alright, so since you're eavesdropping, Soma, you would hear him, like, at first he's just like, you know, hello, I'm Willow. What's your name? Rihanna. Rihanna. You're going to hear some pretty bad things about your father, unfortunately. And it's like interrupts him, like, what happened? Where is he? He's done some things that, I heard about your disease, and from his, like, he reaches behind him to the cape and seems to pull out this tiny little piece of a fruit. This will cure you if you eat it. And he puts it in her hand. Oh. But what about my father? I'm sorry, but he didn't survive. And her eyes widen and they start watering, and she's like, no, but he takes care of me. What'll happen to me? I know the officers here will probably take care of you and figure out a place for you to go. Please don't show anybody this fruit, but it will heal you. And she just clutches it to her, but starts sobbing. And he pulls her into a hug and lets her cry on him. For how vicious he was when he was worried about Leo, I think this is a nice warm side you guys get to see of his older brother. Or at least Soma, because he's the one eavesdropping.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing, I guess?
Tomoji's looking for a nap, so Cloud is looking mighty comfortable. He had a long day defending the daughter, so he's tired.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Artorias.
I think that Suki is probably looking over and just kind of like seeing the interaction between Willow and Rihanna, but she's not like eavesdropping, but she definitely has like a curious like look on her face, like seeing the fruit.
Mm-hmm. I'd say
I
you
think
probably
Hattori
didn't.
is just tired, like both physically and mentally. He's fought like 2 demons in the past like 2 days, and before that, like he was just like a guy messing around with, machines and stuff. He's never had to take a life or witness someone take a life, so I think he just needs a moment to himself.
To recharge his batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
It is running low.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Suki, I'd say you probably didn't see what he handed to her. You just saw that he handed something to her because you weren't necessarily like,
Yeah.
But eventually the police kind of gather you all up as Leo is just snacking on some cheese and bread that he found in the cupboards. And they're just like, all right, for a few days it would be best if the lot of you didn't leave town, but since you're going to the school, I suspect that you won't. So, the detectives that did arrest you and question you were there too, and they're just like, we might have some future questions, but they seem a little sheepish about arresting you guys, and they're just so, just stick around for a few days.
Timoji will kind of stretch as he's getting ready to go to sleep.
Like,
and
yeah,
say,
we did the
"Don't
job,
worry."
guys. You can go home.
Yeah, I know all the answers now.
Don't worry, you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Alright. I think Leo, they still have a bit of a bitterness towards, so they're just like,
He's gonna try and see if he can get him on something. Like, he's gonna go talk to, what was his name? Raul Goodman?
Raul Goodman, yeah. Or Reitman. And, with that, you guys are kind of let out of the house as they sort of stay and try to help Rihanna. Rexana, too, during this, kind of just had a lantern near her while she was talking to everybody, like, yep, I'm normal, I need this to see, not light my eyes. But it is dark at night, so it works out for her, and after everyone's, like, after she's allowed to leave and everyone else is, and she's just, I need a fucking drink, I'm going home. Glad you're alive. She kind of punches Leo in the arm and starts heading off.
Thanks, Rexana, you're my favorite teacher.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to save me. You're the only one who did.
Well, besides the one that tried to kill you, I think I was the only one that knew, so... And she heads off.
I think that Suki will probably look to Corin again and just be like, well, that's twice now that you've helped all of us out in a really tight spot.
Oh, of course, we're friends, are we not? We are friends, right?
I think Suki will just laugh and be like, yeah, I'd say so. I'm gonna make a bond with him.
Aw,
Yay.
yeah. He just smiles and nods, and besides, I mean, Timoji gave me the emergency problem rock, so of course I would come to help. I'm very glad to see you're all alive and well.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Well then, I think it's time we all get some rest, Willow will say.
Before that, I think Suki will look at Willow and just say, "So, what's going to happen to his daughter?"
If I had to guess, will go into some form of adoption or orphanage.
Will they be able to take care of her? I mean, he seemed to be pretty desperate for how sick she was.
I think she'll recover eventually from the disease.
Yeah, Willow's really good at, like, healing sick people.
Really?
Yeah, like the best.
Well, I'm sure there are others who
We
are
met
better at it than
earlier.
I am. You need
What
anybody
was it Tori
healed?
saying?
Yeah.
He was just saying, like, if only they met earlier, right?
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
Suki will look at him and say, "Well, I know quite a few people that could use some healing, actually. That's the whole reason I came to this school."
Where?
Let me look it up. It's a place called Kyoru in the Prayer Wind Mountains, if you've ever been there.
Let's see if over 100-year-old Willow has been there. He has.
Nice.
I've been nearby a long time ago. I didn't realize they were having trouble, though. Really. I like the people there. They tend to, he sort of gestures to Cloud, live well with animals.
Yes.
Tomoji's asleep on Cloud with a big smile on his face.
I'll stop by before I head home. See what I can find out. But I can't guarantee anything.
I appreciate it either way.
He nods. Well,
I think
Leo?
I, like, whisper to Suki. I'm just like, he even brought his mom back to life. Like, just
Whoa.
trying not to, like, let everybody know, but, like...
Yeah. I definitely feel like you almost see visibly like a weight lifted off Suki's shoulders. Like, this is something that has definitely been always on her mind, so.
Well, Leo, why don't you show me where you're staying while here? And we should probably
you can
catch
see
up
all
with
the rocks. You can see all the rocks Tomoji and I collected.
He smiles and says, I'm excited. And we should stop by and see Pearl, too. I think she would have my
she made me
head.
some cool armor.
I think she would have my head if I didn't come say hi at least. And you guys all start heading back to the school. And I think with that, we will kind of have a little wrap-up epilogue. I would like to ask, after this ordeal, it does calm down in the school year. You don't have murder mysteries and students dying all the time. The rest of the school year is pretty vibin'. What do you think you guys end up doing, or how do you think you end up, do you leave Mine's Refuge, like, later now, after all of this, or do you stay and continue your studies?
Soma's definitely in it for the long haul with the academics. Basically spends a lot more time in the library now studying maps and things of different mines, in ore fields around the area, so you would just see him harder than ever at work now. more determined to kind of create things and sources to help people, but perhaps now motivated more by trying to keep people from feeling like they have to use desperate measures to get results.
I think Hattori, for the first few days, or maybe the first few weeks after the campaign, he definitely thought about just dropping out of the university, probably through like trauma or something. I think maybe Soma or like his family would convince him to stay, and so he will continue working on his project. I think he will also, after seeing what Marcus went through, he might focus some of his efforts towards medicine as well. He noticed how potent his alchemy was, so I think he might do like a double degree if they do that.
Yeah. And like any
apart from
college,
that-
if you have the money, they don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he's gonna remain steadfast in his goals to deliver magic for everyone and make the world a better place.
I like that.
I think for Suki, she probably sends Cloud with Willow back to the village, just so Cloud can return and maybe almost report back to her whether or not he was able to do anything for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the meantime, she keeps going to the school and is finally able to maybe just try things for herself and see what she, likes or doesn't like doing. Because I feel like her magic has always been focused on maybe just healing people and solving this problem. So I think for the first time, she just kind of experimenting with all the different classes here.
I love that. See how Willow does. But in the meantime, Leo, what do you do?
So Leo definitely dedicates himself pretty good to learning while he's here and going for his private lessons with Rexana and trying to volunteer. I forgot the teacher's name off the top of my head, but the one who does the Chimerist class, volunteering with her.
Lucy.
Lucy, yeah, down at the animal pens and not going for the extra credit, but really dedicating himself to his studies and collecting rocks with Tomoji. He's still out there having fun every day. But I think as the school year ends and as that summer break is coming up, one of these days you guys are all just sitting for dinner somewhere, I don't know if it's the main hall or we're all just sitting somewhere for dinner, but a portal opens up in the sky and you just hear Leo say, "Oh fuck, not again," and he just gets sucked away through time by Continuum.
Finally made friends and then disappears. How about Tomoji?
So, I think Tomoji continues to kind of, struggle to interface with the academic environment some. I think that he does start to form a very good bond with Valen on elemental magic. I do think the fact that he's kind of an idiot savant when it comes to elemental magic kind of gets noticed. So they sort of make a special education class for him for a little while to allow him to do some of the really high advanced level elemental magic, but not really have the kind of academic requirement because, he doesn't really do homework or read. So I think he continues to work with Valen. He continues to master his command with elemental magic. I think that he ends up becoming really good friends with Rihanna and continues to stay there kind of as an emotional support animal to help her through her difficult transition time. And, I think that he will continue to maintain his friendships with everybody, continue to gather his rocks. And I think ultimately, although he's in special education classes, he will pursue finishing his education. And I think that he'll probably stick around with Rihanna to sort of be, like I said, like a friend in the storm, at least up until he finishes school and he finds somewhere else to be in the world.
Love that. All right. I would say eventually, Hattori, you would find a way to do your Battori, and you make it a really good, powerful power source that a lot of people eventually, other artificers, learn to adapt and use. And Pearl even would love it and finds, like, then works with you afterwards to kind of refine and make it even better and smaller and, you know, like more efficient. And the stuff that she ends up powering it with is probably against what you were hoping for, but she loves explosions, so you know, but she's not bad, she just loves explosions, you know. It's not like she sells these for war things or anything like that, and would make sure legally you still have control and power over, like, the patent and what it can be used for, you know. So other than that, Soma, you definitely find all kinds of crazy new minerals and metals and things like that that you can eventually refine and use in interesting new ways that other tinkerers didn't really know was possible, especially with Megura's help finding these, like, rare materials hidden, buried in the rocks and the mines and things like that. And you end up learning and adapting your method of tinkering in the world too. Suki, Willow rolled a fucking 20, so he went over and he got the report that although it's going to take time and he has to stay there for a while to work on it, he is very confident that he is going to solve this problem. He sent a letter with Cloud because there's only so much a wolf could translate readily, so he explains to you that basically this disease was kind of the leftovers of Vexthal's age. He spread this illness around the world to basically rot and poison things in a way to hurt people. That's his thing, to hurt people. And the dire wolf entity that is almost, it's kind of like a demigod for your village, and she was sick with it, and because of that it was spreading throughout the land. So him being able to find the source of it and cleanse her, he can now help cleanse the rest of your land with it, and it won't come back. So you know, with that, you get to study all kinds of things and kind of find your own way in the world now and figure out what you want to do instead of having this burden placed on you and the freedom for it. Leo, unfortunately, you found your friends, you found your home, you loved it here. Willow could visit often because he knows the place, and he certainly doesn't mind coming to see you and Pearl. I think this is the first time you get to see them interact at prolonged periods, and you definitely get the sense that their relationship is more than just friends. But it also doesn't seem to be like, I mean, she lives here and he lives, like, far away, so it's a complicated thing. It's grown-up adult stuff, you know?
Two ships passing in the night.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, you finally get this sense of belonging, and of course then Continuum has to fucking ruin it for you and takes you away, and you end up hurling through time and space, and who knows where you'll end up in your next adventure. But at least for a year or so, you got some good education and you got some good friends that maybe, who knows, maybe you'll meet them again sometime. Tomoji.
That's while it lasted.
Yeah. Tomoji, you get the best fucking rock collection ever.
Nice.
It is beautiful and pristine, and you love every moment of it. One day, I assume you say the password to the bag.
Yeah, for sure.
When you do, it seems to open up into this doorway, and as you step through, you see different environments kind of in front of you. There's like one of a desert and one of a jungle and one of a regular forest, and when you walk through into these environments, it opens into the sprawling landscape where you see certain animals are kept in this bag, safe, fed, and in the environment that they would prefer. There is a dire wolf and a displacer beast and a giant snail and all the caterpillars and spiders that you added, and
Nice.
what else is there, Canyon? I think that's the major ones, but either way, there's a lot, and there'd probably be added ones after that too. So it's basically like in that one Harry Potter movie, you know, where he had the Fantastic
Magical
Beasts.
Beasts. Fantastic Beasts and sort of.
So it's kind of a bag for that. You can put any animal here and they will be cared for, and eventually, as you kind of use this bag for these reasons, and you can let them out and let them back in, like they're not trapped there as long as you let them out. You do find out later that it is kind of possessed by a dryad spirit who operates this space to get them to live in their environments that they have, and as long as you help the animals, she works alongside you. Otherwise, she will butt you out and not let you back in.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Tomoji is an animal lover.
Yeah, so, yeah, and with that, you guys all eventually live the rest of your lives out. And that is where we will end the campaign.
Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, that was a fun last session.
So I have a plot question.
Yeah.
It seems like, and you know, I'm not sure because Tomoji isn't the best investigator, but it seems like in the very beginning, Maya was killed due to the feud, and the professor just stole her blood because it was a target of opportunity.
Yes.
So it was interesting little red herring there that we kind of got like a surface level crime, but then a secondary crime that led us to him, which is kind of neat.
Yep. That was kind of the plot there. Like I was wanting to, like, I guess throw it off with this. Like you're going on an investigation, and then it turned out she did get killed because of the feud for sure, but ultimately the blood stuff was the goal.
Yeah, the bigger threat.